Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Colburn Park. The Pilots have finally landed safely back in Newark in what feels like the first time in forever. We're back for the first time in 10 days. Last week, playing 6 games on the road, spanning 1,434 miles across the state of New York. The Pilots were able to go 4-2 on the trip as they headed into the All-Star break. 5 of our players were nominated to participate in the All-Star Tuesday festivities, with 4 playing in the 2 games. With just 11 games left in 12 days, it's the final push. The Pilots come into tonight just 4.5 games behind the Onondaga Flames for playoff contention. Tonight they'll host the 21-18 Elmira Pioneers, who sit in 3rd in the West standings. Last Friday, these 2 teams played a wild game at Dunfield, combining to play 10 innings, scoring 35 runs on 46 hits. The Pilots will turn to their 6'3" right-hander from Somers, Connecticut, and DeSales University, Adam Donovan, for tonight's contest. He's 1-4 with a 7.03 earned run average. He'll be opposed by Bryce Zabrzinski, right-hander from Mansfield. He's 0-1 with a 4.82 earned run average. The defense behind Adam Donovan for the Newark Pilots looks like this. Left to right in the outfield, DeMarcus Guillory, Mark McKenna, and Obey Torres. Left to right in the infield, Graham Hackpark, Michael O'Connor, Zach Santoro, and Joe Laka. And catching Adam Donovan, it's Jonathan Parker. The lineup for the Elmira Pioneers goes like this. Batting first, playing short, Brett Rodriguez. Batting second, playing third, Troy Dixon. Batting third, the designated hitter, Marshall Gilbert. Batting fourth, playing center, Albany Major. Batting fifth, playing first, Braden Koontz. Batting sixth, playing right, Brett Vosick. Batting seventh, playing left, Jonathan Crimmin. Batting eighth, playing second, Blake Schinkel. And batting ninth behind the plate, Devin Adams. Brett Rodriguez digs in, Adam Donovan readies from his windup, and we are underway here. Swung on and missed first pitch from Adam Donovan at 7:06 Eastern Time. About a minute after first pitch scheduled time. It's 85 degrees here at Colburn Park in Newark, New York. We listen to Frank LaSala on the Newark Pilots Radio Network. Fires in an 0-1 pitch that gets the outside corner. Quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Adam Donovan wearing number 22 from Somers, Connecticut. Fires in the 0-2. All-speed pitch misses outside. Counts a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. In 32 previous innings for Donovan, 34 hits, 31 runs, 25 earned, 31 walks, and 16 strikeouts. Gets Brett Rodriguez to think about a pitch on the outside corner, but that's all it does as it lands outside the zone. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez, 38 for 123 on the year, batting .309 with a .427 on-base percentage. Takes on the outside corner. A called strike 3, and we are underway. So Donovan strikes out. Brett Rodriguez looking to start this game, and that'll bring up the left-handed swinging third baseman, Troy Dixon. Dixon represented these Elmira Pioneers in the All-Star game last night, went 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single in that one. Takes the first pitch for a called strike 1. Plays his college ball at Sanford. He is 17 for 58 for the Pioneers this year, the 0-1. Taken below the knees. We're even at a ball and a strike. Dixon batting .293 in 16 games for the Pios, the 1-1. Raking ball off the plate. Counts 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Grounded slowly. Hackbarth will charge. Going to be a tough play. Bare hand fires. He got him. A great play by Graham Hackbarth for out number 2. Had to go to the bare hand. If he tries that one with the glove, Troy Dixon, the speedy runner down the first base line, likely beats it out. Hackbarth bare hands it and makes the play. So one third baseman grounds out to the other. And that'll bring up Marshall Gilbert, the Mississippi State commit. First pitch from Donovan off the outside part of the plate for ball 1. Gilbert also represented the Western All-Stars yesterday. He went 3 for 3. The 1-0, grounded to Hackbarth. This one will roll foul. We're even at a ball and a strike. This year against the Pilots, Marshall is 17 for 49, or 7 for 19, batting .368 against the Pilots in 4 previous games. Played his ball at John A. Logan. He is a Mississippi State commit. The 1-1 from Donovan from his windup. Lined foul down the right field line. Donovan ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Looking to go 1-2-3 here in the top half of the first. Strikeout looking and a ground out and a great play from Hackthorne. The 1-2. Low. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Add the 2 in the out column, and we've got 2s across the top of the scoreboard here at Colburn Park for the first time since the 9th of July. The 2-2. Off speed, off the plate, and the count is full. Donovan in danger of issuing a 2-out walk to Marshall Gilbert, the catcher for the Elmira Pioneers. Donovan standing at 6'3" on the mound. Went 3-2 this year for DeSales University. Starts his windup. Home plate umpire calls time, so he'll have to stop. DeSales, a Division III school in Center Valley, Pennsylvania. The payoff pitch. Lined up the middle is going to be a base hit, and the first hit of the ball game belongs to Marshall Gilbert and the Elmira Pioneers. He'll touch first, and that'll bring up Aubrey Major.
Now coming to the plate, Aubrey Major, center fielder, number 22.
Major starting in center field. He ranks 4th in the league on the mound with 39 strikeouts. Represented the Western Prospects for Elmira. Started in center field, went 0 for 2. Then appeared on the mound, went an inning, a strikeout, and surrendered a solo home run. The East swept both the Prospect game and the All-Star game, but the West won the home run derby. First pitch to Aubrey Major, the Xavier commit, is a called strike 1. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-handed Donovan. The 0-1. Lined into center field. McKenna back, finds it, settles under it, gloves it, and makes the play for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played a half an inning here at Colburn Park. Elmira Pioneers nothing. Newark coming to bat.
Tradition Chevrolet Cadillac.
Welcome back, bottom of the first inning. Adam Donovan retired the first 2 batters before surrendering a 2-out walk, but got Aubrey Major to fly out to Mark McKenna for out number 3. So 1 center fielder lined out to another. Now it'll be Bryce Zaprzinski, right-handed pitcher from Mansfield, on the mound for the Elmira Pioneers. He's 0-1 with a 4.82 ERA. He's making his first start. He's appeared in 11 previous games out of the bullpen. In 18 2/3 innings, he's allowed 16 hits, 12 runs, 10 of those earned. He's walked 14, and he struck out 13. The defense behind Zaprzinski, left to right in the outfield, Jonathan Crimmin, Aubrey Major, Brett Bosick. Left to right in the infield, Troy Dixon, Brett Rodriguez, Blake Schinkel, and Braden Coombs. And catching Zaprzinski, it's Devin Adams. Leadoff man, Mark McKenna. 28 for 94 for the Pilots this year, batting .298. center fielder from Grand Island, New York, and Canisius College, digs into the left-handed batter's box. Zaprzinski from the windup, the first pitch. Taken outside, ball one. The windup, the 1-0. Taken outside, counts 2-0. Rest of the lineup after McKenna. Batting second, playing third, Graham Hackworth. Batting third, the designated hitter, Hunter Wells. Batting fourth, playing first, Will Alaka. Batting fifth, playing right, Over Torres. Batting sixth behind the plate, Jonathan Parker. Batting seventh, playing second, Zach Santoro. Batting eighth, playing short, Michael O'Connor. And batting ninth and playing left, Marcus Guillory. McKenna takes outside for ball 3. And it's quickly 3 balls and no strikes to the Pilots' leadoff man, McKenna. He's walked 8 times, been hit 7. The 3-0. Outside ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to start off this bottom of the first 4 of the Pilots, who come into tonight's matchup winners of 4 of their last 6, including a come-from-behind victory in Jamestown on Sunday. That'll bring up Graham Hackworth. Made a great barehanded play to rob Troy Dixon of a base hit. Hackworth had 2 sack bunts in the marathon game against Elmira last Friday. Troy Dixon recognizes that and starts in at third. Not bunting this time, swings at the first pitch, fouls it back, counts on 1. In that marathon game, Hackworth went 2 for 5, scored 2 runs, and drove in 1. McKenna leads off first after a leadoff 4-pitch walk. Hackworth, the third baseman from Pearl River Community College. He is a Louisiana Tech commit, one of 3 Louisiana Tech commits in this Pilots lineup. Batting gloves on to start this game. 1 strike pitch misses inside. We're even at a ball and a strike. McKenna being held on by Braden Combs. He's stolen 5 bases in 7 tries for the Pilots. We come into tonight 13 of 26. Hackworth takes inside. And it's 2 balls and a strike. 6 out of the zone, just 1 strike. It was the first pitch to Hackworth that he swung on and fouled back. McKenna takes his lead off first. Zaprzinski deals. Slow grounder to Dixon. He will play it on a hop. He'll fire high to first. Combs keeps his foot on the bag.
Coming to the plate
for out number 1. So both third basemen hit slow rollers to their counterpart, and both are retired. That'll bring up the switch hitting designated hitter Hunter Wells, batting from the left side against the righty Zaprzinski. Hunter represented the Pilots in the All-Star game yesterday. Takes first pitch outside, ball 1. Played 2 innings at second base for the West. Went 2 for 2, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. The 1-0. Taken outside, counts 2-0. Hunter playing at second base yesterday was a little bit different for Pilots fans who, since he's joined the team, has either played third or DH for them. The 2-0 from Zaprzinski. Taken outside, counts 3-0. Wells, another Louisiana Tech commit, played his ball most recently at Tyler Junior College. He's from Richmond, Texas. He's a switch hitter, batting from the left side. The 3-0. Taken outside, ball 4. The second 4-pitch walk of the inning for Zaprzinski. And the Pilots have
now coming up for the Pilots,
2 men on with just 1 out. That'll bring up Will Alaka.
Will Alaka.
First baseman from the University of Virginia. 29 for 107 on the year, has a .271 batting average. Played in the prospect game for the Pilots. Appeared as the backup catcher. Went 1 for 1 with an RBI double. Was hit by a pitch and walked. Also scored a run. And he won the catching competition in the skills contest for the Western Division catchers. Zaprzinski missed out of the zone on the first pitch, the 1-0. Alaka taking, it's a fastball down the middle. That's even at a ball and a strike. McKenna, the center fielder, worked a 4-pitch walk to lead off this game. He's at second. Graham Hackbarth then grounded out, moving McKenna up to second. And then Wells worked a 4-pitch walk. So, runners on first and second. 1 out, and it's a 2-1 count on Will Alaka. The 2-1. Letter high in. And the count is 3 balls and a strike. Zaprzinski in danger of his 3rd walk in the inning, and more importantly, walking the bases loaded. For the Pilots, who have scored a ton of runs in their last few games on the road trip. 3-1 pitch inside ball 4, and the bases are full of Pilots.
Now coming to the plate, right fielder number 3.
McKenna moves to third. Hunter Wells moves into scoring position. And now it's Over Torres. Over last night also represented the Pilots in the first ever prospect game. Started in right field, worked a 4-pitch walk, and struck out. More importantly, he won the furthest outfield throw competition among perfect game outfielders and represented the Pilots in the home run derby. First pitch way upstairs in front of his eyes. He backs out of the way, counts 1-0. Now Braden Combs and Marshall Gilbert will make that. Devin Adams is behind the plate. We'll go out and have a conversation with Zaprzinski along with the pitching coach. It's a 1-0 count on Over Torres. Torres came in 4th in the home run derby last night. He hit 8 out. The winner of the home run derby was Connor Gramis for the Elmira Pioneers, not in the lineup tonight. The bases are loaded. They're full of Pilots. They all reached via walk. 1 out in the inning. Graham Hackbarth grounded out to his counterpart, Troy Dixon, at third. Over Torres has a 1-0 count on him. Torres leads the team with 20 RBIs. He's tied with Will Alaka. The 1-0 takes upstairs, counts 2-0. Torres went 2 for 5 in the win on Sunday with a 2 RBI double. Pitch misses upstairs. It's ball 3. And Zaprzinski in danger of a 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded. The 3-0. Taking all the way. It's a fastball at the belt down the middle. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Over Torres. Zaprzinski chooses the windup with the bases loaded. This ball goes up the middle, past the diving glove of Brett Rodriguez. McKenna scores easily. Hunter Wells will score. It's a 2-run single for Over Torres. Takes full control of the Pilots' RBI leader, and it's 2-0 Pilots.
Coming up, tonight's catcher, number 20.
Wells and McKenna both scored. Torres scores on the Pilots' first hit of the game. They lead it 2-0. Will Alaka moves up to second base. And now Jonathan Parker, the 3rd of the Louisiana Tech commits, takes a belt-high fastball, counts 0-1. Alaka's on second, Torres on first after his 2 RBI single up the middle to give the Pilots a 2-0 lead. Zaprzinski from the stretch, the 0-1. Swung on, grounded down the first base line. This is only going to be 1. Combs will step on the bag. It's a productive out for Jonathan Parker as Torres and Alaka move up 90 feet into scoring position as Zach Santoro steps up to the plate. Pilots up 2-0 here. They've walked 3 times. They have a base hit. The base hit was the 2-run single by Over Torres, who stands on second. Santoro looking to keep this inning going. The second baseman from Notre Dame College gets a called strike 1. He's 8 for 29 on the year. He's batting .276 with a .371 on base percentage. He's from Clarksville, Ohio. The 0-1 lined into center field over the head of Rodriguez. Alaka scores. The throw home from Albury Major. Torres dives in safely. Santoro takes second on the throw. It's a 2 RBI single from Zach Santoro, and it's 4-0 Pilots.
Now coming up, number 10 from the University at Buffalo, Michael O'Connor.
So Alaka and Torres make it 4-0 on the second RBI single of the night. And that is going to be it for Brett Zaprzinski. 7 batters into this game, 3 walks, 2 singles, and 4 runs. It's going to be a new pitcher out of the Elmira Pioneers bullpen. We'll be right back. Bullpen roulette for the Elmira Pioneers. Spin the wheel. It's left-handed pitcher number 31, Zach Eggers from Flower Mound, Texas, and Old Dominion. An all Old Dominion battery for Elmira. The catcher, Devin Adams, also from Old Dominion. First pitch to Michael O'Connor, similar to what Zaprzinski did, out of the zone, counts 1-0. Zaprzinski goes 2/3 of an inning, walks the bases loaded, then gives up 2 2-run singles to Santoro and Torres, and it's 4-0 Pilots lead. Count is now 2-0 on Michael O'Connor. Zach Eggers is the pitcher, left-hander. He started the marathon game on Friday, the 2-0 to O'Connor. It's taken upstairs, counts 3-0. O'Connor batting has a .460 on-base percentage, has walked 16 times. It's the second highest on the Pilots team. The 3-0, outside, ball 4. So the Pilots have now batted around as DeMarcus Guillory will take his swings. Zach Eggers started the 18-17 extra inning win on Friday. Went inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Now the 9th batter of the inning for the Newark Pilots. It's their left-handed swinging left fielder, DeMarcus Guillory. First pitch outside, ball 4, or ball 1. So after 4 straight balls to Mike O'Connor, it's now 5 straight out of the zone as DeMarcus Guillory has a 1-0 count. The 1-0 from Eggers, there it is, a called strike 1, belt high, Guillory taking. And we're even at a ball and strike. 4-0 Pilots here in the bottom of the first, 4 runs on just 2 hits, 4 walks in the inning. Santoro and Torres with 2 2-run singles. The 1-1 from Eggers. Guillory squares to bunt. Fouls it back. Bunting for a hit there with 2 outs, trying to surprise the Elmira defense with Trey Dixon at third playing deep. And it counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or 1 ball and 2 strikes. to DeMarcus Guillory. The 1-2. Inside, strike three. Guillory down, looking to end the inning. But the Pilots get on the board with 4. 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 men on base. We played an inning here at Colburn Park. The Pilots have a 4-0 lead. Welcome back. Top of the second inning. Franco Sal on call for the Newark Pilots radio network. It'll be Braden Coons, Brett Bosick, and Jonathan Crimmin here against Adam Donovan at the top of the second. Pilots got Donovan 4 runs in the bottom of the first. 4 runs, just 2 hits. They walked 4 times. They saw 2 pitchers. First pitch swinging, grounded into the glove of Santoro, spins, fires, past Alaka. We'll see how they score that one. So a hit for Braden Coons to lead off this inning. An infield single, a tough play for Zach Santoro, ranging to his left. Shut down inning time for the Pilots, who have given up a run in 95% of the innings following them scoring a run. It's a called strike 1 to Brett Bosick. Back-to-back left-handers off of Adam Donovan. Santoro, who made a play with his bat in the bottom of the first, could not make the play in the field. To rob Combs of a hit. This one lined at Santoro, another chance. He will make the sure play at first for out number 1. Combs moves up to second on the fielder's choice. And Vosick is retired on the 4-3 putout. A smart play for Santoro to get the lead runner, ranging to his left again. Had a similar play in the win at Jamestown on Sunday. Tried to get the lead runner at second, but ended up throwing the ball away from Graham Hackworth, who was covering second, which led to the Jammers eventually tying the game at 4. The Pilots would win that one 7-5 with a 9th inning rally. First pitch to Jonathan Crimmin, taken high, ball 1. Donovan's given up 2 hits in an inning and a third. This one grounded foul. Counts a ball and a strike. Crimmin, right-handed swinging left fielder from Siena. 16 for 70 on the year, bats .229. The 1-1. Off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Braden Combs, the first baseman for Elmira, leads off second base. Jonathan Crimmin at the plate. The 2-1. Off-speed pitch misses high. Count is 3 balls and a strike. On Jonathan Crimmin, the left fielder. Braden Combs leads off first. Donovan working from the stretch, the 3-1. It's a fastball low below the knees. Freeman works a walk. The first walk he's surrendered tonight. That'll bring up Blake Shinkle. Blake Shinkle, sophomore second baseman from Kansas in the Big 12. First pitch from Donovan. It's a called strike one. Runner on second, reached on an infield single, moved over on a fielder's choice. That's Combs. Freeman reached on a walk. The first walk Adam Donovan has issued tonight. Donovan ranks fourth in the league with 31 strikeouts 31 walks coming into tonight's matchup. And he's quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Shinkle, who comes in batting .266 for the Elmira Pioneers. Runners on first and second take their leads. Donovan from the stretch. Taken, strike 3, Shinkle down looking for out number 2. So Donovan an out away from stranding the 2 runners on the base paths. Donovan comes into tonight's matchup. He's given up the 10th most runs on the year in the Perfect Game League, 31. He's got the 4th worst ERA among qualified starters at 7.03. And he's walked to the 4th most batters at 31, but has a chance to strand the runners on first and second here. First pitch to the number 9 hole hitter, Devin Adams. Misses outside. Counts 1-0. Adams, the catcher. He's a freshman from Old Dominion. 11 for 50. Batting .220 on the year. Swings at the 1-0. Grounded foul. Counts a ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 hit and 1 walk and 1 strikeout in the inning. 2 runners on and 2 outs. Slight breeze blowing in towards the right field line here at Coburn Park in Newark, New York. Donovan comes set from the stretch. The 1-1. Bounce. This one gets past Parker to the net. Can't find it momentarily. A wild pitch from Donovan. Moves up Freeman and Coombs. So now this becomes a dual RBI opportunity for Devin Adams, who's driven in 7 for the Pioneers. The 2-1 misses low, counts 3-1. A pitch away from walking the bases loaded. Donovan looks in. Sun glaring into the press box here down the left field line. 3-1 swung on and missed, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Donovan can end it right here. Do not want to flip the lineup over with the leadoff man, Rodriguez, waiting on deck. The payoff pitch from the stretch popped up. Donovan will give it a look. It will land out of play. And Devin Adams will stay alive and live to see another pitch. Adams, the catcher for Elmira. Their first baseman leads off third, and their left fielder leads off second. Donovan can strand them both there. Comes set from the stretch. The payoff pitch popped up, fouled back. We'll do it again. So the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming from Adam Donovan to Devin Adams. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. The payoff pitch popped up. We'll do it again. Make it 9 pitches now from Devin Adams that he will see from Donovan. Donovan wears number 22. He's starting tonight for the Pilots from DeSales University. Comes set. The payoff pitch. Lined into left. Sends Guillory back in front of the wall. He finds it and makes the play for out number 3. So a deep fly ball from Adams turns into out number 3 from Adam Donovan. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Pilots lead 4-0. Mark McKenna, Graham Hackbarth, and Hunter Wells, the leadoff 1, 2, 3 for the Pilots here in the top of the second. The Pilots batted around and scored 4. Their first swings up. McKenna takes inside for ball 1 from Zach Eggers, the second pitcher of the night for the Pioneers. Zaprzinski started, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4. The 1-0 McKenna spins away, counts 2-0. McKenna walked on 4 pitches to lead off the bottom of the first for the Pilots. Scored their 4 runs, a 2-run single from Over Torres and a 2-run single from Zach Santora. The 2-0 from Eggers counts upstairs 3-0. McKenna's seen 7 pitches and none have been in the zone. The leadoff man for the Pilots, left-handed swinging center fielder, working against the left-handed Eggers. The 3-0. Taking all the way, strike 1. Elmira threatened in the top of the second, had runners on second and third with 2 outs. But Devin Adams flew out to end the threat. 3-1 pitch taken upstairs. McKenna heads down to first with a walk, his second walk of the game, the 5th Pilots walk as a team. And they're in business to start this second. That'll bring up Graham Hackbarth. Hackbarth, the third baseman, grounded out to the third baseman, Troy Dixon, for Elmira, his first time up. McKenna leads off first. He'll be held on by Braden Coombs. Dixon comes in. He's about a step off the grass. Eggers from the stretch. First pitch, belt-high fastball to Hackbarth. That's a called strike 1. Hackbarth, the Louisiana Tech commit, 0 for 1 tonight. The 1-strike pitch. Gets the outside corner off speed from Eggers. All Old Dominion battery for Elmira. Old Dominion pitcher Eggers, Old Dominion catcher Devin Adams. The 0-2 from Eggers. Lined to second. Rodriguez goes to the backhand. Flip to second one. Return throw will not be made. A fielder's choice from Graham Hackworth. Retires McKenna at second.
Number 2, Hunter Wells. Wells goes to Louisiana Tech.
To bring up Hunter Wells, switch hitting designated hitter. He'll bat from the right side here against Eggers. Walked from the left and scored a run his first time up. Eggers and Devin Adams getting a look at Wells, Hackworth, and Parker, who will all be joining the Conference USA in the fall. They'll see Adams and Eggers for the next few years during conference play. They'll also see Pilots pitcher Kyle Griffin, who just finished his freshman year at Louisiana Tech. The 1-0, taken low to Wells, counts 2-0. Wells has seen 6 pitches, and they have all missed the zone. Walked on 4 his first time up, then came around to score on the Torres single. Hackworth leads off first after the fielder's choice. This one lined at Rodriguez. Flip to 1, return throw in time. 2 outs for the price of 1. This time Rodriguez able to start the double play. A 6-4-3 double play ends it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and because of the double play, no one left on base. We played 2. The Pilots have a 4-0 lead here in Newark. Zach Eggers gets help from his defense in the bottom of the second to retire the Pilots 1-2-3. It'll be the top of the order for the Elmira Pioneers here in the top of the third. Brett Rodriguez, Troy Dixon, and Marshall Gilbert. First pitch to Rodriguez misses way upstairs, counts 1-0. One time through the lineup for Donovan, 2 hits and a walk. He struck out 2. From the windup, the 1-0. Way outside, counts 2-0. Pilots lead it 4-0 on 2 RBI singles from Torres and Santoro. The 2-0 to Rodriguez. Letter high fastball misses upstairs, counts 3 balls and no strikes. Rodriguez, the shortstop for the Pioneers from Wofford, started at short for the Western Division All-Stars. 3-0 pitch misses upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man here in the inning. Rodriguez and Jonathan Parker will go out and pay a visit to Adam Donovan. That'll bring up the left-handed swinging Troy Dixon. Dixon, the lefty from Samford, has had success against the Pilots this year. In 3 games, he's 8 for 13, 615 batting average, 722 on base percentage. He's driven in 5 and scored 6. Dixon batting from the left side. Hackworth comes in on the grass at third, anticipating a bunt. After 4 straight out of the zone to Rodriguez, it's a called strike 1 to Dixon. Dixon grounded out to Hackworth at third his first time up on a slow chopper. Hackworth barehanded it and fired to first to beat the speedy Dixon down the line. Donovan back into the stretch. Grounded to Santoro. Flip to second one. Return throw by O'Connor. Not in time. So a fielder's choice by Dixon erases Rodriguez on the base paths, and there's one away.
Now coming to the plate for the Pioneers.
So the return throw by O'Connor, not in time to beat Dixon down the line. They swap places. Now to bring up Marshall Gilbert, the Mississippi State commit. Hit the first single of the game, his first time up the middle, on a 2-2 count from Donovan. Working from the stretch, the first pitch. Lined into left, sends Guillory back. He makes the play in front of the wall for out number 2. So a 1-pitch out to Marshall Gilbert. There's 2 away. That'll bring up Aubrey Major. Major, the switch hitting center fielder, the Xavier commit. Flew out to Mark McKenna in center field, his counterpart for out number 2 in the first. Donovan looking to keep Dixon at first. Leads off. Being held on by Willilaka. First pitch swinging is Major. Swung on, fouled back. Counts 0-1. Dixon has stolen 6 bases this summer for Elmira and has not been caught. Donovan looks over at him. Now fires the 1-strike pitch to Major. This is in the dirt. Parker blocks it in front of him. Counts the ball and strike. Aubrey Major wearing number 22. Working against Adam Donovan on the mound for the Pilots, wearing number 22. Pilots with a 4-0 lead here in the top of the third. The 1-1. Lined into left center field. McKenna over to his right. Guillory over to his left. Will make the play for out number 3. Back-to-back flyouts to DeMarcus Guillory in left. Strand the runner on first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 Pioneer left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Pilots, 4-0 lead. Willilaka over Torres and Jonathan Parker, 4, 5, and 6 for the Newark Pilots. Here working against Zach Eggers, the lefty from Elmira. He's gone an inning and a third now. 2 walks. First pitch grounded to Dixon. Plays that on a hop, fires across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out. Just 2 walks and a strikeout through the inning, and now 2/3 for Eggers. Who relieved Bryce Zaprzinski, who went 2/3 of the inning, 2 hits, 4 runs. The Over Torres hit a 2-run single off of Zaprzinski his first time up. Eggers comes set. First pitch to Torres. Foul tipped into the glove of Devin Adams. Counts 0-1. Torres' single in the first was his 30th hit of the summer. This pitch bounced to Adams, counts a ball and a strike. The 30 hits for Torres ranks him second on the team. This pitch from Eggers, way outside. Adams can't even get a glove on it, counts 2-1. Torres, the right-handed swinging right fielder for the Pilots. The 2-1. Swung on and miss. Eggers goes off speed, counts 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. The leadoff man, Willow Locker, grounded out to Dixon, the 2-2. Grounded down the third base line. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Eggers from the stretch, grounded slowly to Dixon. He will back it up, play it on a hop. Long throw across the diamond, makes it for out number 2. So Torres grounds out to the same spot as Alaka, both to Troy Dixon.
Our catcher, wearing number 23, Jonathan Parker.
And there's 2 away as Jonathan Parker steps up to the plate. Parker from Jones County Junior College, originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Rounded out to first base his first time up. First pitch swinging goes the other way, foul out of play. Counts on 1. Parker wears number 23. He's behind the plate for the Pilots here in this one. Eggers set from the stretch, 1 strike pitch, lined the other way into right field. It's a 2-out single for Jonathan Parker, and the Pilots have a 2-out man on as Zach Santoro steps up to the plate. Santoro, the Pilots' second baseman, drove in 2 runs with a single his first time up. So he now has 5 runs batted in on the summer. Wears a white sleeve down his right arm, and he will wait the first pitch from Eggers. Swung on and missed, counts on 1. Santoro's 2 RBI single was what knocked Bryce Zaprzinski out of the game in the first. He went just 2/3 of an inning. Since, Zach Eggers has gone 2. Looking to strand Parker on first here in the third. And match zeros with Adam Donovan. The 0-1. Pops up a pitch out of play. Santoro quickly behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 Pilots lead. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the hosts Newark. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Elmira. It's a 2-strike pitch to the second baseman, Zach Santoro. Eggers from the stretch. 1-2 popped up. Schinkel will take a few steps onto the right field grass. He will make the play for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 3 here at Colburn Park, the Pilots, with a 4-0 lead. Braden Combs, Brett Vosick, and Jonathan Crimmin, 5, 6, and 7 for the Elmira Pioneers here against Adam Donovan, the top of the fourth. There's 2 hits and a walk, or 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Donovan through the first 3. First pitch misses outside to Braden Combs, the left-handed swinging first baseman from the University of Kentucky. They won. Popped up. Alaka in, Parker over. Alaka will make the play in foul territory for out number 1. So Braden Combs with a lazy fly ball that Alaka makes in front of the Pilots dugout for out number 1. Now to bring up Brett Vosick. Left-handed swinging right fielder for Elmira. Grounded out to Zach Santoro at second, his first time up. First pitch from Adam Donovan from the windup. Breaking ball misses high, counts 1-0.
I actually saw Brash yesterday, and he looks so skinny.
Donovan from the 1-0, the windup.
And he already was like.
Pitch misses inside, counts 2-0.
He's like 120 pounds. Like no position pitch, yeah. So, he's got
Donovan from DeSales University working here has a shutout going. Here, 1 out into the 4th. Pilots lead at 4-0. They scored 4 first-inning runs to knock the Elmira starter, Zaprzinski, out of the game. The 2-1. Foul tipped off the glove of Jonathan Parker. We're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Donovan has retired 2 Elmira Pioneers in a row, or 3 in a row. Now here skating across 2 legs. Looking to retire Brett Vosick for the 2nd time. The 2-2. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Jonathan Parker. Strike 3. Vosick down swinging. It's the 3rd strikeout of the night for Donovan. First of the swinging variety, and there's 2 away. Donovan looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. He'll have to get Jonathan Crimmin. Walked his first time up against Donovan. From the windup, first pitch. Bounced in front of the plate. Counts 1-0. Crimmin, 16 for 70 on the year, batting .229 with a .329 on base percentage for Elmira. The 1-0. Swung on and popped up. Guillory back in front of the wall. Finds it and makes the play for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Adam Donovan. He's retired 5 in a row. We head to the bottom of the 4th. When the Pilots take their swings, they'll look up and see a 4-0 lead on the scoreboard here at Colburn Park. Bullpen roulette for Elmira here in the bottom of the fourth. Spin the wheel. It's right-handed pitcher number 12, Noah Hughes for the Pios. He's from Jackson, Mississippi and Mississippi State, a redshirt freshman in the SEC. He's the third different Elmira pitcher of the night. Bryce Zaprzinski started it, went 2/3 of an inning. Zach Eggers went 2 1/3. And now it's Hughes. Guillory and Mark McKenna here in the fourth. 8-9-1, first pitch taken by O'Connor, strike one. O'Connor worked a walk his first time up. The second pitcher Zach Eggers threw was from O'Connor. And now the first pitch that the third pitcher Hughes throws is to O'Connor. Count is a ball and a strike. Noah Hughes in 9 previous games, 9 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned, 12 walks, 8 Ks. He's 3-1 with a 10.60 ERA. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Counts 2 balls and a strike. O'Connor playing shortstop for the Pilots tonight. Pilots have a 4-0 lead. They scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the first. The 2-1. Grounded up the middle, plastic glove of Hughes. Backhanded play by Schinkel. Throw one to first. Not going to be in time. It'll be an infield single for Michael O'Connor to start this game. A tough play for Schinkel, who looks up and sees that it's not going to be an error on him on the scoreboard. O'Connor's 1 for 1, and that'll bring up to Marcus Guillory. Left-handed swinging left fielder for the Pilots. Leadoff single. That's the 4th hit of the night for the Pilots. Guillory squares the bunt, stabs at it, tries to get it down the third base line. At a play, counts on 1. Guillory struck out looking his first time up. That was against Zach Eggers. Here he is working against Noah Hughes, so his first look at a right-handed pitcher tonight. The lefty Guillory from Motlow State Community College. Guillory wearing number 12, playing left field. Has already made 4 plays in the outfield tonight. Noah Hughes from the stretch. Guillory squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes. Outside, ball 1. The leadoff man in this inning, the shortstop Michael O'Connor, reached on an infield single. He stands at first, being held on by Braden Coons. Guillory standing about in the middle of the left-handed batter's box here for the Pilots. Hughes comes set from the stretch, looks over at O'Connor. Guillory squares the bunt, gets it down the third base line. Dixon will field. He will make the sure out at first. A successful sacrifice for DeMarcus Guillory as O'Connor moves to second and we flip the lineup and back over towards the top. So it's a sacrifice bunt, 5-3 put out as Mark McKenna steps up to the plate. McKenna's seen 9 pitches tonight and has walked twice. He will have to wait as Devin Adams is on the mound talking to Noah Hughes. McKenna, the center fielder from Canisius College, does not have an official AB in this game, but has an RBI opportunity here. He's driven in 17 runs for the Pilots. That's good enough for 4th. Torres leads the way, then Alaka and Battaglia all ahead of him. First pitch to McKenna, swung on, fouled back, counts on 1. McKenna batting from the left side. The second of 2 straight lefties here against Noah Hughes, the righty from Mississippi State for the Pilots. Pilots have a 4-0 lead here. We're in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Hughes, a long look at O'Connor, the 0-1. McKenna looks it all the way into the glove of Devin Adams. Pitch misses outside. That's a ball and a strike. Add the 1 in the out column, and we've got 1s across the top of the scoreboard. Hughes comes set. Looks back at O'Connor. The 1-1. Way outside, off the glove of Adams. To the left side, O'Connor started to go towards third, then stopped. Counts 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. McKenna at the plate, O'Connor off second. Hughes takes a long look at O'Connor, now fires the 2-1. McKenna swung on, fouls it back. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. McKenna, the leadoff man for the Pilots, up for the 3rd time. He's their center fielder. Does not have an official at-bat in this game. Has reached base both times up with a 1. Has a 2-2 count. Graham Hackbarth waits on deck. Hughes comes set. The 2-2. Grounded back. McKenna up now for the 3rd time tonight. He has seen 3 different pitchers. Walked against Zaprzinski, walked against Eggers. Now here against Noah Hughes for the Pios. And an open stance in the left-handed batter's box. It'll be a 2-2 from Hughes. Looks back at O'Connor, now fires. Grounded down the 3rd base line, foul. McKenna staying alive. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Mark McKenna, working against Noah Hughes from the stretch. Hughes wearing number 12. Long look at O'Connor. Starts his delivery, then spins O'Connor back into second safely. O'Connor has stolen just 2 bases in 3 attempts this year. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded the other way. Rodriguez won't get there. It goes into left. It's a single for Mark McKenna. The 2nd hit of the inning, and there's runners on the corners. So McKenna reaches with his 1st hit of the night. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. And that'll bring up Graham Hackbarth. Sun has just about completely set here at Coleman Park over the left field wall. Pilots lead 4-0. There are runners on the corners with 1 out. Graham Hackbarth, the 3rd baseman at the plate, he's 0 for 2. McKenna leads off 1st. O'Connor off 3rd. Both reached on singles. First pitch from Hughes. Hackbarth checks his swing, but it's a called strike 1 anyway. Counts 0-1. The 2 singles in the inning for the Pilots. They've now got 5. As Braden Coons, it appears that his contact lens fell out, so he will head into the dugout and go talk to the Elmira trainers. It's a 1-strike count on Graham Hackbarth, the Pilots' 3rd baseman. The Elmira Pioneers trainers giving Braden some contact solution. We are here in the bottom of the 4th. Pilots have a 4-0 lead. A 2-run single from Over Torres and another 2-run single from Zach Santorio. There have been no runs since. Adam Donovan has gone 4 scoreless innings. He's walked 2, struck out 4, and allowed 2 singles. All 5 Pilots hits are singles. McKenna, O'Connor, Parker, Santoro, and Torres own them. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Elmira. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Newark. We're threatening for more. Braden Combs, all good. He will head down to 1st and hold on Mark McKenna. Devin Adams heads back behind the plate ahead of the 1-strike pitch to Graham Hackbarth. So the delay has ended. Combs all good at 1st. Home plate umpire gives the ready for play to Noah Hughes. Looks over at 3rd. McKenna goes, swung on and missed by Hackbarth. No throw down to 2nd. A stolen base for Mark McKenna. So the Pilots have 2 runners in scoring position, but an 0-2 count on Graham Hackbarth. The stolen base for McKenna, it's his 6th in 8 attempts. O'Connor stands at 3rd. Noah Hughes comes set. It's a 2-strike pitch on the 3rd baseman, Hackbarth. Looks back at McKenna, now deals. High leg kick, foul tipped Adams thought he had it into the glove, just rolls out. So Hackbarth will see another pitch. In the bottom of the fourth, there's one out. Graham Hackbarth with an 0-2 count, but a chance to drive in two for the Pilots with a base hit. The 0-2 hits off his back, and the bases are loaded. Had an 0-2 count on Graham Hackbarth, ends up hitting him in the back. The seventh time Graham has been hit by a pitch this year. He ranks 9th in the league now with that stat. That's the 9th batter Noah Hughes has hit this year. Puts him into the top 3. Ties him with the Pilots' Jordan Miller for the 3rd most in the league. Bases are full of Pilots for Hunter Wells. Walked and grounded into a double play his first 2 times up. Wells has driven in 14 in 16 games. Drove in 1 in the All-Star game last night. Has the bases loaded. First pitch blocked by Adams. Counts 1-0. Wells 0 for 1 tonight. Has a chance to open this one up. Where's number 2? The switch hitter batting from the left side. Hughes just still a ground out from getting out of this inning. The 1-0 pitch to Wells. Checked his swing. They're going to ask if he went around. Tim Adams, the base umpire, says no, sir, he did not. Counts 2-0 on Wells. Wells, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right Hughes. Bases full of his teammates. Hackbarth, McKenna, and O'Connor, 1st to 3rd. Hughes, big leg kick, the 2-0. Taken low. And the Pilots are 1 pitch out of the zone away from a bases-loaded walk. Walking in a run. Nowhere to put Wells on the base pass. See if he gets green lighted on 3-0. Hughes, big leg kick. Taking all the way, takes inside, ball 4, and the Pilots lead it 5-0. O'Connor comes around to score his first run of the day. Wells drives in his first run. McKenna and Hackbarth move up 90 feet. And it's 5-0 Pilots as Will Alaka steps up to the plate. Alaka represented the Pilots in the prospect game yesterday afternoon. Hit an RBI double in that game. First pitch way inside. Counts 1-0. Since having Graham Hackbarth behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes, it's been 6 straight out of the zone from Hughes. Pilots have 1 run in this inning on the bases loaded walk from Hunter Wells. The 1-0 to Alaka. Swung on, fouled back, counts even at ball and strike. Bases full of Pilots. McKenna, Hackbarth, Wells, 1st to 3rd. Alaka, 2nd on the team now with 20 RBIs after Torres' 2-run single broke the tie. O'Vare waits on deck. Alaka walked and scored a run his first time up, then grounded out to 3rd. Hughes comes set. Big leg kick, the 1-1. Grounded, a chopper to Dixon. 1, Shinkle's return throw. Not in time. It's an RBI fielder's choice for Will Alaka, his 21st RBI of the year. McKenna comes around to score, and there's 2 away. So McKenna scores his 2nd run. Hackbarth moves up to 3rd. Hunter Wells erased on the base pass. And Alaka picks up his first RBI. So it would have been a tough turn for Dixon. A slow chopper that he fielded smoothly. Just the return throw from Blake Shinkle, the second baseman, not in time to beat Alaka down the first base line. Torres looking to extend this inning. First pitch blocked by Devin Adams. Counts 1-0. O'Vare, the 7th batter of the inning for the Pilots. They've got 2 runs in this half inning. On the bases loaded walk to Hunter Wells and the fielder's choice by Will Alaka. 2 away. Hackbarth off 3rd. Alaka off 1st, being held on by Braden Coons. The 1-0 swung on, fouled back. Torres 1 for 2 tonight. Drove in that 2-run single in the 1st, then grounded out to Dixon at 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pilots lead at 6-0. The 1-1. Rounded slowly to Dixon. Foul. And they're going to say it's a fair ball. The home plate umpire signals fair. It's an infield single and an RBI for Over Torres. Now, the Elmira manager out of the bullpen. Dixon caught it on the playing surface in fair territory. It was a chopper down the third base line. Dixon touched it to make sure it didn't roll back in fair. It's going to be an RBI single for Over Torres, and that'll bring up
Jonathan Parker.
Jonathan Parker. Hackworth comes around to score. Alaka moves up to second on Torres' second hit of the night. So a misplay in the field extends the inning for the Pilots. Parker 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch from Hughes. Swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. Parker, the 8th batter of the inning. Pilots have 3 hits. They've been hit by a pitch and a walk and have 3 runs on the scoreboard. They lead it 7-0. The 1-strike pitch from Hughes popped up out of play. Parker quickly behind the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The second time tonight, the Pilots have sent up at least 8 batters in the inning. Batted around in the first to score 4. Hughes comes set. Alaka off second, Torres off first. The 2-strike pitch. Taken on the outside corner, strike 3. Parker down looking, but the Pilots get 3. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We played 4. Pilots in front, 7-0.
0. Now up for Pioneers.
8-9-1 for the Elmira Pioneers here in the top of the 5th. Pilots had 8-9-1 to start the bottom of the 4th. Ended up scoring 3 runs on 3 hits to extend their lead to 7-0. First pitch from Adam Donovan to Blake Schinkel. Pops this one into right. Santoro back, Torres in. It'll land in between them. It's a leadoff single for Blake Schinkel. He's 1 for 2. Hitter Devin Adams.
Pioneers catcher number 8. Devin Adams.
So Schinkel starting off the inning the same way O'Connor did with a single here in the 5th. Adam Donovan has gone now 4+. He's given up 3 singles. He's struck it out 3 and allowed 2 walks. Still a 0 in the score column. First pitch to Devin Adams, a called strike 1 from Donovan. Counts 0-1 now on Devin Adams. Donovan working from the stretch with the leadoff single. takes a breaking ball at the knees. It's a called strike 2. Adams flew out with runners on second and third to DeMarcus Guillory and left his first time up. He's the number 9 hole hitter. Donovan almost picks off Blake Schinkel at first. Throw or the tag just not in time as Schinkel dives back in safely. Schinkel has stolen 6 bases in 7 attempts. It's an 0-2 count on Devin Adams. Grounded up the middle. Santoro will play it on a hop. He will flip to O'Connor with his glove to get the lead runner. No return throw from O'Connor on the chopper from Devin Adams. He reaches on a fielder's choice, takes over for Schinkel at first, and there's one away. That'll bring up Brett Rodriguez. The shortstop for Elmira struck out looking and walked his first 2 times up. He's 0 for 1. Devin Adams now at first, being held on by Alaka. 7-0 Pilots lead. First pitch from Donovan off the plate, counts 1-0. Third time through the lineup now for Donovan. So these Elmira Pioneers, we get a third look at the Pilots start. The 1-0 breaking ball off the plate, counts 2-0. Parker catching Donovan here in this start. Pitch is bounced in front of Parker. Counts quickly 3-0 on the leadoff man, Rodriguez. Walked on 4 pitches his last time up, looking to do the same. Donovan working from the stretch. Adams off first, being held on by Alaka. 3-0 way outside. Brett Rodriguez, the last 8 pitches he's seen have all been out of the zone. And there's runners on first and second for Troy Dixon. 0 for 2 tonight. He's the third baseman for Elmira. Batting in the 2-hole. Out-of-town scoreboard for Western Division competitions. Geneva leads Jamestown on the road 4-2. And the Adirondack Trailblazers trail the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs 9-4. Pilots looking up at all those teams, although they have more wins than Adirondack. They trailed them by 1.5 games. It's a called strike 1 to Dixon. Troy Dixon, left-handed hitting third baseman, waits. Donovan from the stretch, the 0-1. Swung on, grounded, foul. Dixon made a play in the bottom of the 4th, trying to touch a ball foul, ended up touching it in fair territory as Overes Torres beat it out for an infield single and an RBI. The Pilots lead at 7-0, got 3 in the bottom of the 4th on 3 hits. Donovan has an 0-2 count on Dixon, goes outside, counts a ball and 2 strikes. Dixon 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out to Hackworth at third, which he needed a bare hand play to beat Dixon down the line. And then a fielder's choice. Runners on first and second, that's Adams and Rodriguez. Donovan, the 1-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Dixon down swinging. He's 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Marshall Gilbert. Gilbert, the Mississippi State commit from John A. Logan. He is 1 for 2, bats .400 on the year. He is 6th in the league with 4 home runs, 2nd in the league with 31 RBIs, and has the 4th best average. Came in batting .400. Donovan from the stretch, first pitch, just low, counts 1-0. He singled in the first for the game's first hit, then flew out deep to left to DeMarcus Guillory. Donovan working. 4 2/3 scoreless innings thus far. It's a 2-0 count on Marshall Gilbert. Aubrey Major would be next. The cleanup hitter, but Donovan hoping to strand him right here. Adams off second, Rodriguez off first. The batter is Marshall Gilbert. The 2-0. Upstairs, Gilbert looks it into the glove of Parker. Now it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to the Pios' designated hitter, Gilbert. Donovan from the stretch. Taken, letter high, ball 4. So Gilbert works a walk, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Now, coming up to the Pioneer center fielder, number 22, Aubrey Major.
So the switch hitting left fielder, or the switch hitting center fielder, Aubrey Major, will come up. Batting from the left side, as pitching coach Bennett Schiltz will go out and talk to Donovan. Jonathan Parker will join the conversation. Aubrey Major stands at 6'5". He's an Xavier commit. He'll be a freshman there in the fall. Bases are full of Elmira Pioneers. Devin Adams on third, reached on a fielder's choice. Brett Rodriguez reached on a walk, he's at second. And Marshall Gilbert reached on a walk, he's at first. 4 walks, 3 hits, and 4 strikeouts for Donovan through the first 4 2/3. If he wants to keep this game a shutout, he will have to retire Aubrey Major here. Major, 32 for 87, batting .368. He's scored 24, he's driven in 18, and he's hit 2 out of the park. He's also hit 10 doubles. Gilbert off first, Rodriguez off second, Adams off third. Bases loaded, first pitch swinging, lined into left center field. Guillory over to his left will make the play for out number 3. So Adam Donovan strands the bases loaded and keeps a scoreless spot in the run column for the Pioneers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Pilots in front. They lead 7-0 here at Colbert. Bullpen roulette for the Elmira Pioneers. Spin the wheel. It's right-handed pitcher number 44, Chase Austin, the 4th different Elmira pitcher of the night here in the 5th. Noah Hughes worked the 4th. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, walked a batter, hit a batter, and struck out a batter. Chase Austin will work to 7, 8, and 9, the bottom of the Pilots order. Pilots lead 7-0. They've got 6 hits. They've walked 6 times through the first 4 innings. Adam Donovan in the top half of this fifth loaded the bases with 2 outs, but an Aubrey major fly out to DeMarcus Guillory in left ended the threat. Adam Donovan has gone 5 scoreless innings, has given up just 3 hits. Zach Santoro, Michael O'Connor, and DeMarcus Guillory. Santoro, 1 for 2, has a 2-run single. First pitch from Chase Austin misses outside, counts 1-0. Austin working from the stretch, the 1-0. Lined into left, this ball is going to drop in front of Jonathan Freeman. It's a leadoff single for Zach Santoro. He's 2 for 3. That'll bring up Michael O'Connor. Chase pitched against the Pilots in the marathon game at Dunfield on Friday night. In 3 innings, gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, and struck out 1. Michael O'Connor will dig in. First pitch to Michael O'Connor, taken outside ball 1. O'Connor worked a walk on 4 pitches his first time up and then hit an infield single his last time up. Chase Austin appearing in his 14th game of the year. Stands at 6'6", 315 on the mound for Elmira, the 1-0 to O'Connor downstairs. Counts 2-0. Santoro got a big secondary lead on that one and sprinted back towards first to make sure Adams wasn't going to try to throw behind him. It's a 2-0 count on Michael O'Connor from the University at Buffalo. 1 for 1 tonight, has reached base twice. The 2-0. It's a called strike 1 at the knees. In 13 previous games, 22 innings for Austin, 32 hits, 18 runs, 12 earned, 9 walks, 9 Ks. He's 1-2, has a save, and a 4.90 ERA. Santoro leads off first, being held on by Coons. 2-1 pitch, chopper to Rodriguez. Plays back, plays it on a hop, gets 1. Return throw not nearly in time. O'Connor starts towards second, then will retouch first base. So a tough play by Rodriguez just to even get the lead runner, Santoro. It's a fielder's choice by O'Connor. Santoro retired on the base pass. So they switch places on the 6-4 putout.
Our left fielder, number 12.
It'll be DeMarcus Guillory. As now Blake Schinkel goes into the dugout, sprinted right after that throw in there. The trainer called out ahead of this at-bat to DeMarcus Guillory. DeMarcus struck out looking his first time up. It's Schinkel's right hand that seems to be the problem. It appears they're getting someone ready to go in the dugout. So it appears Blake Schinkel's night could be over. And it's going to be over. It'll be a new second baseman. Looks like Andrew Orzel at second. Orzel wears number 28. He's from Newark, Delaware. And plays his ball at Wofford. So Schinkel's night is over as he leaves with an injury. So O'Connor stands on first, reached on the fielder's choice. It appeared Schinkel got hurt on the return throw to try to get O'Connor on a double play. So his night is over, and Andrew Orzel's the new second baseman. The batter will be DeMarcus Guillory. Left-handed swinging left fielder. First pitch swinging off the glove of Adams. It's a wild pitch from Chase Austin. Moves up O'Connor to second. Austin comes set, the 1-0 Guillory. Upstairs, counts 2-0. Guillory, the number 9 hole hitter, the leadoff man, Mark McKenna, waits on deck. Guillory digs back in. The 2-0 pitch downstairs, and DeMarcus ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. .3-0 green lighted, lines this one deep into right center field. This ball is going to drop. He rounds first, he's heading to second. O'Connor rounds third, he's heading home. It's an RBI double for DeMarcus Guillory, swinging on a 3-0 pitch. And it's 8-0 Pilots.
Now there's another run up on the board coming up to the plate.
So Guillory, not sure if he was given the green light or elected to swing. But either way, it's an RBI double, and the Pilots lead at 8-0. O'Connor scores his second run, and the batter is Mark McKenna. Has reached base all 3 times at the top of the lineup tonight. First pitch swinging, slow grounder to second. No one's going to get there. It's an infield single for McKenna. Moves Guillory up to third. And there's runners on the corners.
Now stepping up to the plate for your Newark Pilots, third baseman from Louisiana Tech, number 16, Graham Hackard.
It'll be Graham Hackbarth, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored tonight. Pilots lead at 8-0 after this double from Guillory. He's on third after the infield single from McKenna. First pitch swinging is Hackbarth. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Chase Austin, the 4th pitcher of the night for Elmira. There's a new second baseman for the Pioneers. It's Andrew Orzel after Blake Schinkel left the game with an injury. The 1-strike pitch swung on and missed. Graham quickly behind the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Austin looks over at McKenna on first. The 2-strike pitch popped up out of play. Counts 0-2. Pilots with a run in this inning on 3 hits. The run, an RBI double from DeMarcus Guillory, swinging a 3-0 pitch and lining it into right center field. He leads off third, McKenna off first. The 0-2 count to Hackbarth. Lined into center field deep, sends Aubrey Major back. He's still back. He is going to make the play. Guillory tagging from third. It's a sacrifice fly for Graham Hackbarth, and it's 9-0 Pilots. Sack fly F8. McKenna was all the way past second by the time Aubrey Major caught that ball. Had to sprint back to first to avoid being doubled up. He's back at first. Guillory scores his first run of the night, and it's 9-0 Pilots. 2 runs on 3 hits in this inning. And the batter is the switch-hitting designated hitter Hunter Wells. Has walked twice and has a double play sandwiched in between. His last walk drove in a run. First pitch low from Chase Austin. Counts 1-0. Chase Austin plays his ball at Corning Community College. McKenna leads off first, being held on by Combs. Lined into left field. This is going to be a base hit. McKenna moves up 90 feet to second. There's runners on first and second with 2 outs. The switch hitting Wells picks up his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 2. He's been on base 3 times. And that'll bring up Will Alaka. Pilots with a 9-0 lead. The 4th hit of the inning. They've now got 10. 9 runs on 10 hits for the Pilots. Austin from the stretch. First pitch to Alaka up the middle, off his glove. Alaka is going to reach first on the infield single, and the bases are loaded.
Now stepping up to the plate from Yavapai.
So Alaka goes up the middle off Chase Austin's glove, which prevented one of his middle infielders, either Orzel or Rodriguez, from having a chance at the play. O'Connor or Alaka beats it out, no throw, and the bases are full of Pilots. Left to right, McKenna, Wells, and Alaka. Over Torres is the batter. The right-handed swinging right fielder has 3 RBIs tonight, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Count is 1-0 to him. Now the 3rd time tonight that the Pilots have sent at least 8 batters up to the plate. They lead it 9-0 here in the bottom of the 5th against the Elmira Pioneers. The 1-0. Checks the swing. It's a cold strike anyways, and the count's 1-1. 2 outs here. Since the 2nd out, a sac fly from Graham Hackbarth was made. Back-to-back singles for the Pilots to load them up. The 2 runs on a double from Guillory and then the sac fly. 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back. That's ball and 2 strikes. Torres, the right-handed swinging right fielder, has 2 singles and 3 RBIs. Has a chance to drive in more. The freshman from Yavapai Community College in Prescott, Arizona. The 1-2. Thinks about a high off-speed pitch, lays off, counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in the inning. Pilots lead 9-0 on 11 hits. The 2-2. Swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Adams. Strike 3. Torres down swinging, but the Pilots get 2 more. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and the bases are left loaded. We've played 5 here at Colburn Park. The Pilots with a 9-0 lead over Elmira as Adam Donovan heads back onto the mound.
Now up first baseman number
Combs,
4,
Vasic, and Crimin. 5, 6, and 7 for Adam Donovan here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Combs, fires in a strike 1. Donovan got more insurance from his offense in the bottom of the 5th. 2 runs on 5 hits. The runs a double from Guillory and a sac fly from Hackbarth. Counts now a ball and a strike on Combs, who's 1 for 2 with an infield single and a pop out. Donovan has gone 5 shutout innings. Counts now 2-1 on Combs. He's given up just 3 singles. He's walked 4 and struck out 4 against the Elmira Pioneers. The 2-1 to Combs. Inside, gets the corner. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Donovan from the windup. Swung on, fouled back. Count remains 2-2. The top of the 6th inning here at Colburn Park. Newark all over the Elmira Pioneers through the first 5. The 2-2. Off speed, lined into right deep. Torres back. He will not make the play in front of the wall. Combs rounds first. He heads to second. It's a leadoff double for the Pioneers first baseman. His 2nd hit of the night. And Elmira has a leadoff man in scoring position. So a double that goes over the head of Torres in right. And now the batter is Brett Vosick. He is 0 for 2 tonight. As it looks like Jake Bernardo and Eddie Fournier begin to throw to each other in the pen. Batter's Brett Vosick. He's 0 for 2. Braden Combs leads off second. First pitch from Donovan, swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. It was a 2-2 pitch that Combs lined into right field over the head of Torres for a leadoff double. A 1 pitch misses outside. We're even at a ball and a strike. The double by Combs was his 7th on the year for Elmira, the Kentucky freshman. The 1-1 misses low and in, where it counts 2 balls and 1 strike. Bernardo sits down now. It's just Fournier throwing to bullpen catcher tonight, Poe. It's a 2-1 count on Brett Vosick. Popped up. Santoro started back, will call for it, and make the play a few steps onto the infield grass for out number 1. Vosick retired for the 3rd time tonight. He's 0 for 3. That'll bring up Jonathan Grimmin. Grimmin walked his first time up, then flew out to left in his 2nd. Combs leads off second, reached on a leadoff double to start this 6th. The 4th hit off Donovan, the first of extra base of variety. First pitch to Crimmin, misses low, ball 1. Crimmin's the right-handed swinging left fielder for Elmira. Plays his ball at Siena. The 1-0. It's a called strike 1. We're even at a ball and a strike. Donovan working from the stretch after the leadoff double. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The 1-1. Chase the pitch out of the zone and fouls it back into the Pilots' bullpen. Counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Taken, strike 3 on the outside corner. Crimmin down looking for out number 2. Crimmin retired. He walks slowly back to the dugout, not happy with the call. And that'll bring up Andrew Orzel for the first time tonight. Took over at second for Blake Schinkel, who left the game after injuring his right hand on a throw to first. So the freshman from Wofford will get his first look tonight. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. On the year, Orzel is 17 for 55, batting .309 for the Pios. The 1-0. Upstairs counts 2-0. Orzel appeared in the prospect game yesterday afternoon for Elmira. Went 2 for 3 with a double and an infield single, but play in the field that led to a Russ Olive 2-run double and gave the East their first lead of the game over the West. They won 12-9 in the prospect game. The West also lost the All-Star game 8-10. That was yesterday in Amsterdam. 2-0 to Orzel, misses outside. He is behind in the count, 3-0. Orzel at the plate, Combs off second after the leadoff double. The 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4. The 5th walk of the night for Adam Donovan. There's runners on first and second with 2 away. For the number 9 hole hitter, Devin Adams. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Donovan looking to keep this game scoreless and avoid flipping the lineup towards the top for Brett Rodriguez. Fournier has made his way now to the bullpen mound. Continues to throw with Poe. First pitch to Donovan. Eye at the eyes upstairs. Counts 1-0. 5 straight out of the zone for Adam Donovan. Now Jonathan Parker will go out and talk to his start. Parker getting the nod behind home plate tonight with Willow Walker playing first. Pilots lead at 9-0. They got 2 more in the bottom of the 5th on a double from DeMarcus Guillory and a sac fly from Graham Hackworth, their left fielder and third baseman, respectively. It's a 1-0 count to Devin Adams. Orzel off first, Combs off second. The 1-0. Outside, counts 2-0. Devin is 0 for 2 tonight. Has flown out to left and reached on a fielder's choice. The 2-0. Fastball called, strike on the outside corner, counts 2-1. Breaks a string of 6 straight out of the zone. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The 2-1. Lined down the left field line. Guillory over. Will lose it in the lights, but it lands foul out of play anyway. It counts 2-2. Guillory had no idea where that ball was going to land. Stopped at the in-play line down the left field line. The ball landed all the way in the Elmira bullpen. So no harm, no foul. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 outs and there's 2 on. Number 22 on the mound. The 2-2. Popped up again. Palaka over to his left. Looks it. Will land foul. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Devin Adams working here against Adam Donovan. About to throw his 7th pitch of the AB. The 2-2. Off-speed line. Past the glove of Hackworth, but it will stay in. This one lands into left. Combs stops at third. The third base coach was waving Combs around as neither O'Connor or Hackworth could find the ball and landed in the left. It's a single for Devin Adams on a hard hit ball that Graham Hackworth could not come up with the third, and the bases are loaded. Combs on third, Orzel on second, Adams on first. Donovan loaded them up in the top of the fifth, but kept them stranded. We'll see if he can do the same. Working to Brett Rodriguez, grounded. Past the diving glove of O'Connor. This is going to be a run. Guillory fields it, comes up throwing to home, where the throw goes into second. It's a 2-run single for Brett Rodriguez, and the Pioneers are on the board. It's 9-2. Still a long ways to go, but they break the shutout. Combs scores. Orsel comes around from third to score. Adams moves up to second, and the batter is Troy Dixon. He's had no success against Donovan tonight. He's 0 for 3. Fournier beginning to throw from his full windup now in the pen. Lined into center field. This one is going to be a gapper, and it's going to be extra bases. Adams is going to score. Rodriguez is going to round third. He's going to score. Dixon's heading to third. It's a 2-run triple for Troy Dixon, and it's 9-4. So the 9-0 lead has shrunk down. It's 9-4 after the 2-run triple from Troy Dixon. First triple of the summer for Dixon. He's now got 15 RBIs. Rodriguez comes around to score, and so does Adams. It's 9-4. First pitch to Marshall Gilbert, the designated hitter, takes strike one. Gilbert is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk tonight. Troy Dixon was first pitch swinging on that triple, which he slashed into left center field between the two left-handed arms, McKenna and Guillory. For his first triple, the 1-strike pitch. Checks his swing. It's a called strike 2. The 8th batter in the inning for the Pioneers, who put up 4 runs on 4 hits and the walk in the inning. The 0-2. Popped up. Torres back a few steps, finds it, gloves it, and makes the play for out number 3. But Elmira gets 4. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th when the Pilots take their swings. We'll see a smaller lead. It's 9-4 here at Colburn Park. Bullpen roulette for the Elmira Pioneers. Spin the wheel. It's their 5th pitcher of the night, left-hander Jackson Tedder. Number 19 from Beaver Creek, Ohio, in the University of Virginia. A freshman down there. He's Will Alaka's classmate. First pitch almost hits Parker. Has to back out of the way. Counts 1-0. Chase Allen goes an inning, gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, and a strikeout. Could have been worse as he stranded the bases loaded. Elmira has since got 4 in the top of the 6th to make this a 9-4 game. 4 runs on 4 hits. They left 1 on. Adam Donovan's night likely over, so we'll have to get 9 outs from the bullpen. 1-0 pitch, it's a call, but strike 1 from Tedder. Tedder has started 7, appeared in just 1 out of the pen thus far this season. The 1-1, taken low by Parker, counts 2-1. He's gone 30 1/3 innings, 35 hits, 31 runs, 26 earned, 27 walks, 21 Ks. He's 1-2 with a 7.71 earned run average. Working from his windup, the 2-1. Swung on, fouled back, counts 2-2. Tedder has given up the 7th most earned runs on the year, the 10th most runs in the perfect game league. Working from his windup from the left side, the 2-2. Popped up out of play. We will do it again. Tedder, the 2nd southpaw that Elmira has thrown. The first, Zach Eggers, went 2 1/3. Eggers, the only pitcher of the night for Elmira to not allow a run. Zabrzinski gave up 4, Hughes 3, and Austin 2. The 2-2 from Parker, or to Parker. Outside, and the count is full. Parker is 1 for 3 tonight with a single and a strikeout. Pilots lead at 9-4 on 11 hits. Elmira with 7 hits. From the windup, the payoff pitch. Poked down the first base line. Combs will field it. Flips to Tedder for out number 1. Parker retired. He's 1 for 4. And that'll bring up Zach Santoro. Santoro is 2 for 4. Or 2 for 3 on the night. Has 2 singles. His first single was of the 2-run variety. Santoro has 2 RBIs, Torres 3, 4 other pilots have 1. They lead it 9-4. From the windup, first pitch to Santoro. Checks his swing, it's a call, but strike 1. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses out off the plate, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Add the 1 in the out column, we've got 1s across the top of the scoreboard. Here in Newark, New York at Colburn Park. The 1-1 from Tedder. Called strike 2. Santoro 2 for 3 tonight, so he's now in double digits with hits at 10. The 1-2. Outside, counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pilot scored 4 in the first, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. Elmira got all 4 of theirs in the top of this 6th. Pilot still with a 5-run lead. The 2-2. Outside, and the count is full. Santoro looking to be a 1-out base runner for the Pilots here in 6th. Chase Austin from the windup, the payoff pitch. Fouled back, we will do it again. Out of town is scoreboard. Bottom of the 8th at Dietrich Park. Geneva leads Jamestown 4-3. The top of the 7th at Robert Smith Sports Complex, the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs, all over the Trailblazers, 12-5. The payoff pitch. Ball 4, Santoro works a walk. Pilots looking up at all three of those teams. A game and a half behind Adirondack. Just 4.5 games behind Onondaga with 11 games left to go. Onondaga off tonight. They play a doubleheader against the Trailblazers tomorrow night. We lead the Pilots by 3 games in the win column and 6 games in the loss column. 1 out, 1 on. O'Connor at the plate has reached base 3 times. He's 1 for 2. Reached on a walk, an infield single, and a fielder's choice. He scored 2 runs and has a 1-0 count. O'Connor, the shortstop from the University at Buffalo. Santoro leads off first. Combs holding him on over there. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Counts even at a ball and strike. Santoro, no threat to steal at first, has not even attempted a stolen base in 9 previous games for the Pilots this year. O'Connor's at the dish. Tedder working from the stretch now. A 1-1. Swing on, foul tipped into the glove of. Counts 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sun has completely set here as we hit 9-12 in Western New York. Western Division PGCBL matchup between the Elmira Pioneers and the Newark Pilots. First game back since the All-Star break. The batter is Michael O'Connor. Zach Santoro leads off second. The 1-2 misses low, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tedder from the stretch. Swung on and missed strike 3. O'Connor down is swinging. He's 1 for 3. And that'll bring up to Marcus Guillory. Left-handed left fielder. Hit a RBI double on a 3-0 count his last time up. Also has a sacrifice bunt. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Has scored a run. Up here with 2 outs and Santoro leading off first. Tedder, the first of 2 lefties he'll face. Mark McKenna, the leadoff man, would be next if DeMarcus can extend this inning for the Pilots. The 1-0. Taken outside, counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Zach Santoro leads off first. Worked a walk against Jackson Tedder. The southpaw from the University of Virginia for Elmira. The 2-0. It's a called strike 1 on Guillory. Guillory 1 for 2 tonight. Came in 13 for 63, just over the Mendoza line. A 206 batting average and a 359 on base percentage. Tedder comes set. Santoro off first, being held on by Braden Coombs. The 2-1 swung on and missed. And we are even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Pilots lead at 9-4. Elmira got 4 runs in the top of the 6th off Adam Donovan. Guillory calls time at the plate, granted by the home plate umpire. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Thought about it, but will lay off, and the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. To DeMarcus Guillory. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That should start Santoro at first. Combs is still holding him on. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 on the corner. Guillory down looking for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 6. The Pilots in front, 9-4. Bullpen roulette for the Pilots. Spin the wheel. It's reliever number 19, Eddie Fournier from Norwalk, California, and Cypress Community College, wears number 19 for the Pilots. Adam Donovan leaves in line to pick up his 2nd win. Goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 5 Ks. All 4 runs came in the top of the 6th. It'll be Aubrey Major, Braden Coombs, and Brett Vosick. The heart of the Pilot order against Fournier. Strike 1. Major 0 for 3 tonight. Fournier last pitched on Thursday in Amsterdam and shut down the Mohawks. 4 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Did not give up a run. In relief of Andrew White. Way out in front is Aubrey Major, the Xavier commit, the center field for Elmira. He's behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Fournier appearing in his 13th game, counts 1 and 2 now on Major. 17 2/3, 19 hits, 14 runs, 10 earned, 11 walks, 13 strikeouts. He's 0-2 with a 5.09 earned run average. The 1-2. Major checks the swing, pitch misses high. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aubrey has flown out all 3 times tonight, once to McKenna in center and twice to DeMarcus in left. The 2-2. Off speed taken on the corner. Strike 3. Major down looking. Out number 1 here in the 7th.
First baseman, number 24, Braden Cole.
So Fournier comes in, strikes the first batter out that he sees. Now bring up Braden Combs. Or Coombs. He's 2 for 3. Roped a double over the head of Oliver Torres in right his last time up. Combs represented Elmira in the prospect game yesterday. He went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch from Fournier missed out of the zone. Counts 1-0. Fournier on here for the Pilots. The 1-0. Taken upstairs. Counts 2-0. Struck out Aubrey Major looking to start off this 7th. Now working to Combs. The freshman from Kentucky swings at a pitch up in the zone. Counts 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Eddie Fournier, the second pitcher of the night for the Pilots. The Pilots have seen 5 different pitchers for the Pioneers. Holmes, the left-handed hitting first baseman, the 2-1. Lined into right. McKenna to his left will call off Torres and make the play in right center field for out number 2.
Now 2 outs coming up. Right
So
fielder,
Braden
number
Combs
11,
skies out to right
ball
center.
center.
1 lefty flies out, and the batter will be Brett Vosick. Vosick, the left-handed hitting right fielder, is 0 for 3 tonight. Fournier has retired the first 2 batters here in this 7th. First pitch from Fournier, breaking ball called, strike 1. Brett Vosick, the freshman from Kansas. His Kansas teammate Blake Schinkel left this game in the 4th with a right hand injury. The 0-1. Pitch just misses too far inside. Counts 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pilots lead it 9-4 here. We're in the top of the 7th. Asking their bullpen to get the final 7 outs. The 1-1 grounded slowly. Hackbarth over to his left will barehand attempt. It's a single for Brett Vosick.
Now coming up, left fielder, number 10.
He reaches
Ribbon.
the 8th hit of the night for Elmira. Reaches on the infield single. Hackbarth could not come up with it. The batter is Jonathan Crimmin, 0 for 2 with a walk. From the stretch, it's Fournier. First pitch bounced by Parker. Counts 1-0. Vosick leads off first, being held on by a lot. Fournier's off speed. Breaking ball doesn't break. Misses high. Counts 2-0. Vosick, not much of a threat to steal, has stolen just 2 and 3 attempts for the third place Pioneers this year. The toe from Fournier almost missed Crimmin. Misses way inside. Counts 3 balls and no strikes. Strikes on Jonathan Crimmin, working against Eddie Fournier. The pitch, taking all the way. It's a called strike 1 dealt high. The 3-1. Checks his swing, pitch misses high, and it's ball 4. Vosick will move down to second. Back-to-back batters have reached here with 2 outs as Jonathan Parker will go out and talk. Eddie Fournier. Vosick reached on a walk and scored on Brett Rodriguez's single to make that Orzel. Orzel walked and scored on the single. Vosick leads off second and Crimmin off first. Both umpires go over and break up Fournier and Parker's conversation on the mound as Parker heads back behind home plate. Fournier comes set. Lined up the middle to Santoro. He will touch the bag himself for out number 3. Errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Pilots ahead. Jackson Tedder back on the mound. Eddie Fournier pitched to a scoreless top of the seventh, allowed an infield single and a walk with 2 outs, but a fielder's choice to Zach Santoro stranded the runners on base. Pilots lead at 9-4. In the bottom of the seventh, first pitch to Mark McKenna, chopped it the other way. Dixon will make sure he touches this one foul. Counts 0-1 on McKenna. McKenna has reached base all 4 times tonight, has 2 singles, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. Man for the Pilots, the left-handed swinging center fielder from Canisius College. Division I school in Buffalo, New York, resides in Grand Island. Sophomore, 5'11". His 2 hits is now into the 30s. The 1-1 from Tedder. Pitch is bounced. Has 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch from Tedder. McKenna spins out of the way. It's a called strike 2. McKenna, the Pilots center fielder, has reached base all 4 times tonight, looking to keep it going here in his 5th plate appearance. He's 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Tedder comes set from the windup. High leg kick to pitch. Lined into left field. Crimin over to his left. Finds it, gloves it. One Mac outfielder flies out to another. Out number 1. So McKenna flies out to left. He's retired for the first time tonight. And the batter will be Graham Hackworth. 0 for 2. Only Newark Pilot not in the hit column. He scored a run and driven in a run. 0 for 2 with a sac fly, a fielder's choice, and a hit by pitch. First pitch misses high. Count is 1-0 on Hackworth. The 1-0. Fastball called, strike 1 on Hackworth. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. McKenna flew out to left for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Tedder from the windup, the 1-1. Called, strike 2 at the knees. Hackworth behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Pilots' 3rd baseman, the future Louisiana Tech Bulldog, working against Jackson Tedder, the 1-2. Strike 3, Hackworth down looking. Not happy with the call from the home plate umpire. It's going to be the 3rd strikeout of the night for Jackson Tedder. He's retired 4 in a row in the first 2 here in this 7th. The batter is Hunter Wells, designated hitter, back up from the right side. Rounded into a double play from the right side, his first time up. First pitch swinging, lines this one into left. Crimin over a few steps to his left. Makes the play for out number 3. Pilots go 1-2-3 here in their half of the 7th. We've played 7. Pilots out in front 9-4 here at Colburn Park. Pilots go 1-2-3 in their half of the seventh off of Jackson Tedder for the second time tonight. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Elmira Pioneers. They're down to their final 6 outs. It'll be Eddie Fournier back on in the second inning of relief. Throws this one up near the shoulder area of Devin Adams. Makes him spin out of the way. He's 1 for 3 tonight. The 1-0. This one finds the plate. Counts even at a ball and a strike. Fournier, a fly out, a ground out, a single, a walk, and a strikeout in a scoreless top of the 7th. Working here in the top of the 8th. The 1-1. Adams checks his swing. Count is 2 balls and a strike. Pilots looking to end their 6-game losing streak against the Elmira Pioneers and extend their 2-game winning streak. Looking to win 3 in a row for the first time this year. Swung on and missed by Devin Adams, the Old Dominion catcher. He's even with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eddie Fournier, the second pitcher of the night for the Pilots. Adam Donovan went 6, gave up 7 hits, 4 earned, 5 walks, and 5 Ks. Set the 2-2. Lined foul. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Leadoff man Devin Adams, the 2-2. This pitch misses off the plate, and the count is full. The second full count Devin Adams has seen tonight. Flew out to left on the first. The payoff pitch, grounded slowly down the third base line. Hackbarth will touch this one foul. And there'll be another pitch to Devin Adams. It's a full count to Devin Adams, the leadoff man here in the top of the 8th. Pilots with 6 outs to go to preserve their 14th win of the year in their 40th game. They're 13-26 in their previous 39, 6-13 here at Colburn Park, 11-22 against the West. The payoff pitch downstairs, ball 4. The number 9 hole hitter works a leadoff walk, and we will flip the lineup back towards the top for Brett Rodriguez. Elmira has also played 39 previous games. They're 21-18. 6.5 games behind the Jamestown Jammers. They're 8-10 on the road and 17-15 against Western Division competition. Fournier walks his second batter of the game. Now we'll work to Brett Rodriguez. Grounded foul down the third base line. Counts 1-0-1. Rodriguez roped a 2-run, 2-out double his last time up, or 2-out single. He put the first 2 runs on the board for Elmira. He came around to score on a Troy Dixon 2-out, 2-run triple. It's 9-4 here in the top of the 8th. Nobody out, 1 runner on. The leadoff man in the Pios lineup, Brett Rodriguez, the shortstop from Wofford. The 1-strike pitch misses high. We're even at a ball and strike. Rodriguez second in the league with 34 runs. 10th in the league with 38 hits. 7th with 10 doubles. Fournier throws over to try and get Rodriguez, or try and get Adams over at first. Rodriguez at the plate wears number 6 for Elmira. Adams has stolen 1 base in 1 attempt this year. This pitch misses in the dirt. Parker keeps it in front of him to prevent Adams moving up 90 feet to second, and the count was 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff man here in the inning. With the leadoff man in the inning walked, the leadoff man in the order. Rodriguez swung on and foul tipped with the chest protector of Jonathan Parker, and the count was 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brett Rodriguez, the Elmira shortstop, working against Eddie Fournier, the Pilots pitcher. Here, working from the stretch. 2-2 pitch down low. Parker fakes like he's going to throw down behind Adams, but Alaka not covering at first, so no throw. The count is full. The second straight hitter to open up this inning with a full count. Fournier comes set from the stretch. The payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Fournier looks over at Adams. Alaka holding him on. The 3-2 runner goes. Swung on and missed. Throw down. Not in time. It's the second stolen base for Devin Adams on the strikeout by Brett Rodriguez. Parker trying for the strike him out, throw him out. Did not complete the throw him out part. It'll be Troy Dixon, left-handed swinging third baseman for Elmira. 1 for 4. In the 4-run sixth, he roped a 2-run triple into the left center field gap between McKenna and Guillory out there. First pitch from Fournier. Missed upstairs, counts 1-0. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. A runner on second, that's Devin Adams. Pilots lead at 9-4. 4 runs, 8 hits for Elmira. 9 runs, 11 hits for Newark. Fournier from the stretch, double checks on Adams, the 1-0. This is outside to Dixon. Now it is 2-0. Dixon's 2 RBIs on the year were his 16th and his 17th for the Pioneers. It's a called strike 1 on the inside corner. Counts 2 balls and a strike. Dixon wearing number 5. Sophomore from Mobile, Alabama, and Sanford. The 2-1. Popped up in the infield. Santoro and O'Connor sprint in. Santoro calls for it. A step and a half off of the mound dirt. And there's 2 away. So Santoro or Fournier gets Dixon to pop out to Santoro. He's 1 for 5. And the batter is Marshall Gilbert. Gilbert 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. The leading RBI man for the Pios, ranks 2nd with 31, has an RBI opportunity with Devin Adams standing on second. First pitch, letter high fastball misses, counts 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Eddie Fournier working to Marshall Gilbert, the Mississippi State commit. 1-0, swung on and missed, counts a ball and a strike. Fournier looks back, the 1-1. Bounce in front of Parker. Adams stays put at second. Counts 2-1. A leadoff walk to Devin Adams on a full count. Then Brett Rodriguez struck out on a full count. Devin Adams took second on the strikeout. And then a pop out to Troy Dixon. The 2-1. This is high. Counts 3-1. Looking to work his second scoreless inning. It's Eddie Fournier. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. The 3-1, it's a called strike on the outside corner. Marshall Gilbert just about ready to throw his bat towards the dugout. The Jamestown Jammers have just walked off on the Geneva Red Wings in the bottom of the 9th. They were down 4-3 to start. They win 5-4. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. And there's runners on first and second. Mohawk Valley and Adirondack are in the top of the 9th. That's a 13-5 game out in Boonville. The batter's Aubrey Major. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Alex O'Donnell, the shortstop for Jamestown, hit a 2-run double off of Colby Mullins to walk off for Jamestown out in Dietrich Park. It's Jamestown's 28th win of the year. The most wins now in the Perfect Game League. Pilots have beaten them the last 2 times out, and they'll see them tomorrow night here at Colburn Park. The batter is Aubrey Major. The Xavier commit is 0 for 4 tonight. Struck out looking to lead off the 7th. He was the first batter Fournier faced. First pitch, breaking ball. Missed. Counts 1-0. 2 walks and a strikeout in this inning. There's runners on first and second with 2 outs. Eddie Fournier working to the switch-hitting center fielder Aubrey Major, batting from the left side. Goes off speed. Out in front, it's Major, and the count's a ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Fournier comes set, looks at Adams, double checks the 1-1. Pitch misses high, counts 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. Counts 2-2. Fournier comes set, the 2-2, and the count is full. Should start Gilbert and Adams on first and second. Payoff pitch, 2 outs. The number 22, Aubrey Major. 0 for 4 tonight. The payoff pitch swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Aubrey Major, the switch-hitting left fielder at the plate. Adams and Gilbert off first and second. Fournier started, then spins at Adams and looks the Old Dominion catcher back into the bag. The count is full. The Aubrey Major payoff pitch swung on, foul back, same spot. We will do it again. Nine 4 Pilots lead. Top of the 8th inning, 2 outs. Pilots 4 outs away here tonight. The batter is Aubrey Major. It's a full count coming from Eddie Fournier. Kyle Griffin beginning to throw in the Pilots' pen. Fournier looks back, the payoff pitch inside. Parker tried to bring it back up, ball 4. Bases are full of Pioneers. Fournier has walked the bases loaded. And that will lead to a mound visit from the pitching coach, Bennett Schultz. Devin Adams leads off third. Marshall Gilbert off second. And Aubrey Major on first. We are here in the top of the 8th. Pilots led this game 9-0 after 5. In the top of the 6th, Elmira got 4 off of Adam Donovan. Schultz says a few words. Parker gives Fournier a hug. As Braden Coombs steps up to the plate. Coombs 2 for 4 tonight. Singled, then popped out. Doubled, then flew out. 2 for 4. The Kentucky first baseman digs in. Represented the Western All-Stars in the prospect game. First pitch swung on and missed, went off speed. Now it's 0-1. Fournier got Coombs to fly out to center field, his first time these two faced. The 0-1 popped up. Hackbarth over, Parker over. Parker will run out of room as this ball hits off the bleachers on the third base side. And Coombs is behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Coombs scored the first run of the night for Elmira on the 2-run single by Brett Rodriguez. Rodriguez struck out for out number 1 in this inning. Dixon popped out for number 2. Since then, there have been back-to-back walks to load it up. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed. Parker will step on the plate for out number 3. No hits, no errors, and the Pilots leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Pilots out in front, 9-4. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th inning. Eddie Fournier struck out Braden Combs, the first baseman for Elmira, to strand the bases loaded. He works 2 innings of scoreless relief to keep the Pilots ahead 9-4. Bullpen roulette time for the Elmira Pioneers. It's right-hander number 4, Connor Gramis. Got the privilege last night to broadcast the prospect game, all-star game, and home run derby for the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League radio network out in Amsterdam, and saw the man on the mound, Connor Gramis, hit 21 home runs to win the 2017 Home Run Derby. But he's not hitting tonight here. He's on the mound. First pitch fastball upstairs, but Alaka checks his swing and goes around. Strike 1. Gramis, the 6th different Pioneer pitcher on the mound. I've been told he can throw as hard as 97 and sits in between 90 and 93. Alaka can't catch up to this fastball. Counts 0-2. Gramis, the freshman from Xavier, his Xavier teammate, Aubrey Major, his future teammate, stands in center field. From McLean, Virginia. Started at first base in the All-Star game last night. The 0-2 to Alaka, taking strike 3 on the outside corner. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Alaka down looking for out number 1 here in the 8th.
Right fielder number 3.
Gramis batted cleanup. Went 1 for 2, or 1 for 3, with a strikeout and a single. As the starting first baseman for the West All-Stars. He, after hitting 11 home runs in the first round of the Home Run Derby, tied him with Amsterdam's Anthony Ganella. He beat Ganella out in round 2, 10-8, to capture the 2017 Home Run Derby crown. First pitch to Torres is a called strike 1. Aubert 2 for 4. He was the fourth place man in the home run derby last night in Amsterdam. 91 total home runs hit in that home run derby. Torres swings through a fastball, cannot catch up to that one. Counts 0-2. Torres has struck out 34 times this year. That's second in the league. He's behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Popped up. That will break the chance that Connor Gramis could work an immaculate inning here. It should be 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. It'll be the 7th pitch now of the night. The 4th to Over Torres. Behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Gramis appearing in a 6th game off the mound. The 0-2. Strike 3 on the corner. Torres down looking. Elmira pitchers have retired 7 in a row now, 4 via the strikeout.
Jonathan Parker.
Well, 5 via the strikeout, the other 2 via a fly out to left field. The batter will be Jonathan Parker, looking to just make contact off of Gramis. In 5 previous innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 7 walks, 4 Ks. He's 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA. First pitch popped up out of play, counts 0-1. Parker is 1 for 4 tonight with a single. He's also struck out and grounded out to Coombs at first twice. The 0-1. Goes breaking ball for the first time. Counts 0-2. Looking to strike out the side. Gramis from the windup. The 0-2. Swung on, foul tipped off the glove of Devin Adams. It's the Pilots' first look at Connor Gramis on the mound. At the plate, he's got the 9th most hits, 39, the 5th best average, 398 for the Pioneers. Working from the windup to Jonathan Parker, looking to strike out the side here in the 8th. The 0-2. Parker gets a piece, fouls it back. We will now see a 5th pitch. Gramis has still yet to throw one out of the zone here to the Pilots. Kyle Griffin still warming in the Pilots' pen. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Elmira in the top of the 9th. The 0-2. Just off the outside corner, Troy Dixon, the 3rd baseman, and Andrew Orzo, the 2nd baseman for Elmira, started towards the dugout. The first pitch out of the zone. He counts 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jonathan Parker. The 1-2. Foul tipped. Parker happy with himself just to get a piece of that off speed from Gramis. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gramis, the Xavier pitcher / infielder for the Elmira Pioneers. The home run derby champion. Started at first in the All-Star game. The 1-2. Upstairs, Parker will live to see another pitch. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Pilots lead 9-4. The 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. We will do it again. So the Pilots catcher, Jonathan Parker, who's 1 for 4, working here with 2 outs against Connor Gramis. Gramis struck out the first 2 men looking. Alaka and Torres in this inning. Looking to strike out the side. Parker making it hard on him. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Parker down swinging. Connor Gramis comes in out of the pen, says good morning, good evening, and good night to the Pilots. Part of their lineup. Strikes out the side in order. We head to the 9th. Elmira down to their final 3 outs. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 against Kyle Griffin for the Pilots when we get back.
His first name's Jonathan.
The 2017 Home Run Derby champion, Connor Gramis, comes in out of the bullpen and strikes out the side in the bottom of the 8th inning order. It'll be Jonathan Kyle Griffin out of the pen for the Pilots, asked to get the final 3 outs tonight. Pilots lead 9-4, led this game 9-0 after 5. Donovan gave up 4 runs in the top of the 6th. Since then, Fournier worked 2 scoreless innings, walked 4, struck out 3, and gave up 1 hit. It'll be Brett Vosick, Jonathan Crimmon, and Andrew Orzel. If anyone gets on, Devin Adams. Vosick 1 for 4. Kyle Griffin on the mound. First pitch called, strike 1 to Vosick. From Lake Charles, Louisiana, and Louisiana Tech. Worked against these Elmira Pioneers at their place on Friday. He surrendered the walk-off 18th run in that game in the bottom of the 10th, then worked in Jamestown on Sunday. Counts 0-2 to Vosick. Takes outside, counts a ball and 2 strikes. In Jamestown, Griffin went an inning, walked the batter, and picked up his 4th save of the year, ranks 5th with 4 saves. Also has 3 wins for the Pilots. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Vosick chases a pitch upstairs for out number 1. Elmira down to their final 2 outs tonight. Pilots looking for their first win against the Pios this summer. 0 for their previous 6. Griffin in 11 previous games out of the pen, 4 starts, 32 2/3. 42 hits, 23 runs, 20 earned, 18 walks, 20 Ks. He's 3 wins, 3 losses, 4 saves, and a 5.51 earned run average. Louisiana Tech freshman, All-Conference USA in his freshman year, All-Conference freshman. Counts 0-1. Jonathan Crimmon, 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a strikeout in 4 plate appearances. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Griffin goes to that changeup he likes to throw to righties. Crimmon out in front, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Taken just off the plate. Parker holds it there to give the home plate umpire an extra look at it. Still off the plate. Counts 1-2. The 1-2. Taken, strike 3. Crimmon down looking. Out number 2. The Pilots an out away from a victory. And the batter will be Andrew Orzel. Orzel is the last hope here tonight. Orzel has gone 1 for 2 since replacing Blake Schinkel with an injury in the field. First pitch from Griffin. Fastball, strike 1. The win would go to Adam Donovan, his 2nd. The loss to Bryce Zaprzinski, who started this game way back in the 1st. It'll be his 2nd. Save would be Griffin's 5th, or no save for Griffin, not a save opportunity in a 5-run game. Counts no balls and 2 strikes. A strike away for the Pilots. A win puts them just 4 games behind the Onondaga Flames for playoff contention. Looking to pick up their 14th win. The 0-2 swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Parker will throw down to first to complete the strikeout. And the Pilots have their first win over the Pioneers this year. Kyle Griffin comes in out of the bullpen, and like Connor Gramis did, says good morning, good evening, and good night to the Pioneers hitters. And the Pilots will take off with their 14th win on the summer. 1-2-3 final in the 9th. This game was all Pilots from the start. Runs in the bottom of the 1st on 2 RBI singles from Over Torres and Zach Santoro. In the 4th, they got 3 more runs. A bases-loaded walk from Hunter Wells. Willalaka beats out a fielder's choice for an RBI. Then Over Torres, an infield single for his third RBI. In the fifth, they get 2 more runs on an RBI double on a 3-0 count that DeMarcus Guillory swings for the 8th run, and then a sac fly for Graham Hackworth to round out the scoring. Adam Donovan goes 5 scoreless, then into the 6th run, runs into some trouble, gives up a 2-out, 2-run single to Brett Rodriguez and a 2-out, 2-run triple to Troy Dixon. But that's as close as Elmira would get. Comes in the 7th, gives up a single and a walk with 2 outs, strands them both. Then in the 8th, walks the bases loaded with 2 outs, strands all 3 of them. Jonathan Kyle Griffin comes into the 9th and shuts down the door, striking out the side in order. And the Pilots pick up their 14th win. They improved to 14-26. Just a half game behind the Adirondack Trailblazers for 5th and 4 games behind the Onondaga Flames for playoff contention. The loss drops Elmira to 21-19. They fall to 7.5 games behind. The Jamestown Jammers still sit comfortably in 3rd. Adam Donovan picks the win. Bryce Zaprzinski takes the loss. Signing off from Colburn Park after the Newark Pilots 9-4 victory for the Pilots Radio Network. I'm Frank LaSalle. At Colburn Park against the Jamestown Jammers. We hope you stick with us. Have a good night.